Time now for your forewarned weather with Cedric Haynes.
All right, let's take a look at that weather as people plan out the weekend.
So true, Cedric. We've been talking about the haze, the smoke a lot this week. How does this look for our weekend?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's improving. So if you're wanting to get outside and take care of any outdoor activities, you can see that it's slowly beginning to improve, but there's still a little bit of smoke and haze out there. So this is a view from Snowbird, and I show you this because maybe you want to head up to the mountains, escape the heat a little bit. And of course, you know, they have Oktoberfest going on up there over the next couple of weekends. And so you can see the weather looking pretty good. The haze and smoke slowly beginning to lift out there, which is some great news. Let's look at some temperatures. 77 degrees currently in Peter Sinks. We've got Logan at 88 degrees. Notice over towards Wellsville, we're at 87 degrees. Brigham City at 87 as well. 85 in Heber. Park City, 78 degrees. South Jordan is at 90 degrees, but we've got 85 degrees in Saratoga Springs. Provo sitting at 70 degrees currently. Salt Lake City, you can see temperatures in the mid-80s. 85 in Manti, 91 in Fillmore. And we've got temperatures over into the low 80s over towards Castle Country. We head a little further to the south in southwest Utah. It's 89 in Cedar City, 100 degrees, though, in St. George, Hurricane, 99 in Hillsdale. So hard to escape this heat, especially for our friends across the southwest. So if you're getting ready to head out to all of the local high school football games, of course, it's Friday night. It's a blitz of games. And, of course, we're going to have all those highlights for you coming up tonight. So make sure you tune back in for that if you don't get a chance to make it out. But if you are heading on out along the Wasatch Front, temperatures at kickoff in the mid-80s, dropping into the 70s as we go throughout the evening. For our friends down towards southwest Utah, look at that kickoff temperature, right around 100 degrees, dropping into the upper 80s through the four quarters. So hopefully staying hydrated both with the water and the electrolytes to try to prevent that cramping if you're going to be out in those games later on tonight. So the overall story, the weekend heat dome, this big blue H is building in. It's a high-pressure ridge, making all the cooler air go up and around us. And so for us, luckily, we're just seeing the above average temperatures by a few degrees out there for this time of the year. Our friends off across the Pacific Northwest, they're dealing with the record heat. They're talking about some major heat there. Thankfully, we don't have to deal with that. But still, if you're heading out to maybe the fair over the weekend, no, it is going to get hot in the afternoon. Those temperatures into the low to mid-90s expected for your Saturday and Sunday. Now, late Sunday into Monday, we may have to introduce a chance of a few isolated storms. If you're thinking about catching some college football, of course, the Utes will be in action. They're in action right in the middle of the day. That's not good with those temperatures. We warm up during the game at kickoff in the mid-80s, low 90s by the end of that game. And then, of course, if you're heading out, Weber State at 6 o'clock, a little later game there. Temperatures at kickoff, mid to upper 80s. That will be dropping into the mid-70s as we get towards the end of the game. So overall, still some summer heat expected out there. As far as rain chances go for the weekend, again, Saturday, we try to get a little moisture, but I think most of that will just be kind of evaporating before it hits the ground. But by the time we get towards Sunday, I do think we start to see a better chance of showers and storms across the mountains and the Uintas and then across southwest Utah. And notice some of that tries to spread to the north Sunday into Monday. In fact, that begins a more active weather pattern. Notice the wet weather potential across northern Utah increasing Sunday, Monday, and then again as we get towards Thursday. I'll talk about Thursday here in just a second because that's a pretty big system heading our way. But high pressure in the meantime this weekend will keep us dry for the most part. But Sunday night heading into Monday, that's when we're going to start to see those rain chances ramping up across the area. And then we'll be waiting for that next system that arrives on Thursday, bringing us more significant changes across the area. So in St. George, we're looking at that sunshine. We're going to be looking at these temperatures. Look at that. Going from near 100 degrees down into the upper 80s by the time we get towards the end of next week. And the Wasatch Front, are you ready? Are you hoping for a little taste of fall, guys? Well, we've got about a 20 different degree temperature spread from Saturday through Friday.
Wow.
Yikes.
Okay.
That was a lot of reaction.
Yeah.
Wes said yikes.
I like to make you guys speechless. Yeah, Wes
You did.
We're not wearing shorts next week?
Yeah.